How's everybody doing out there? Welcome to Soul Beat. None other than we have in the studios, we got Lenny Williams, former singer of Tower Power. Of course, he went solo. But if everybody's not familiar with Lenny Williams, we're going to tell you a lot about it. So we're going to give you a lesson in some of this old school funk. Also, his brand new latest release is called Chill. We're going to talk about that. Lenny, thank you for coming through, man.
My pleasure.
Man, Lenny Williams. Hey, everybody doesn't know, but you're from Oakland, right? You're from the Bay Area, right?
Yeah, I went all the way from kindergarten all the way through college right here in Oakland.
Actually, you went to Roosevelt, right? Junior high?
Went to Roosevelt Junior High, went to Fremont High School.
Oh, man.
And went to Merritt College, Old Merritt over on Grove Street.
And you were with like a legendary group called the Tower Power. They're originally based out of Oakland, Berkeley area. They had hits like What Is Hip, Clever Girl, Bump City, and you were a part of that. Why don't you tell me about those early days with Tower Power, recording with them, and how you hooked up with them?
Well, actually what had happened, Larry Graham, who was a bass player for Sly and the Family Stone, him and I had a studio together, and we wrote a lot of songs. And so we were sitting around one night, we said, well, we need some horns on these songs. So we called up this band that had been called the Motown Soul Band. But so they came over and put some horns on our music, and then eventually they became Tower Power. And one time they were having some problems with a singer that they had, and they called me to kind of fill in. And so I just like started and just never stopped for a while.
Oh man, and you know, we heard a song a little earlier. You heard the music. It was called What Is Hip. You know, right in the very beginning, you did that with them. You also had another song called Below Us All the City Lights, right, which is a classic song, and it's from an album called Back to Oakland. We're going to review all of Tower Power's albums, kind of, and if you can tell us about those albums, you know, that'd be much appreciated. We want you to give us a call too. We're also going to play a video by Lenny Williams called Here's a Ticket. But if you want to call us now. We're live on the air with Lenny Williams. It is 553-1137. That is 553-1137. Call right now and let Lenny Williams know how much you like his music, how much you were influenced by Tower of Power, or how much you like the music. And man, actually we should go to some of these albums right now, man. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Check this out. Check this out. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
We got this particular album, which is called Lenny Williams. You did this right when you left Tower Power.
No,
right?
actually I was still in Tower Power when I did that record. It was produced by Gene McDaniels, who wrote 100 Pounds of Clay.
Oh yeah.
And wrote Feel Like Making Love for Roberta Flack.
Oh yeah, Feel Like Making Love. That was a hit right there.
Yes, indeedy.
And also, you said you were down with Larry Graham. He was with Sly and the Family Stone. How much recording did you do with him?
We did a lot. Actually, Larry's first album on Warner Brothers, I'm singing all over that record. Yeah, we did it right in his house.
Oh man, he's living in Jamaica now.
Larry is in Jamaica. He's Eddie Murphy's musical director right now.
Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
Brother Nutty Professor Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
Oh man, tell me about this particular album called Sleeping Beauty, right?
Now that's an album I did right after I left Tower Power, and I did that on Motown label. Chester Thompson, who is the keyboard player with Carlos Santana, helped me produce that record there.
He is also keyboardist for Tower Power, right?
He was keyboard player for Tower Power for years, and he's been with Carlos now, I guess, about 10 years now.
And you're also using some of the Tower Power horns in here, right? Steve Kupka.
Yeah,
getting back together with them.
Yes,
Okay. And man, I got to tell you right now that a lot of people, especially when we talk about Bay Area soul funk, we're influenced by you and Tower Power. And I got to say, if you want to call, once again, phone lines are open at 553-1137, 553-1137. Give a shout out to Lenny Williams. And this particular album we got here is called Choosing You, right?
Right. Now that's an album I did for ABC Records, and had a lot of people, interesting people playing on that record. Had Ray Parker Jr. and let's see, I think Angela Winbush, maybe.
Oh yeah,
quite a few people, yeah.
Angela Winbush, she ended up marrying Ronald Isley from the Isley Brothers.
I think she wrote In Between the Sheets and all that stuff for him. Yeah, she's a great writer.
Also, she was a part of Renee and Angela, right?
Renee and Angela, and Stevie Wonder actually discovered her in Washington, D.C. and brought her out to California.
And you got Ollie Brown in here.
Ollie Brown, yeah.
And also Gregory Philliganes, who was with Earth, Wind & Fire at one time, right?
Actually, Greg Philliganes is Michael Jackson's musical director.
Oh, is that right now?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, we're going back in time,
Back in the days, yes.
Going back in time. Well, you know what? We should go to your video just so everybody knows, you know, what you're all about and some of the great music that you produce. So, you know, we got Rockefeller up in here. He's producing this bad boy. But once again, if if you want to give us a call right now, you can at 553-1137. I'm G-Spot. We got Lenny Williams here. He's a former singer of Tower of Power. And Rock Skate, can we do this video? Hey, wait, before you go to it, tell me about it, man. Here's a ticket. Where was it filmed at? How'd you come up with it?
Actually, it was filmed in Los Angeles, but Larry White wrote the song, and he was in a group called Collaborators that's from the Bay Area. And also, Larry White was Bobby Brown's musical director and wrote quite a few songs on Bobby Brown's hit album, Prerogative, and things like that.
Oh, man, okay. And you're going to see the video right here on Soul Beat. We'll be back with Lenny Williams, so don't go nowhere, all right? Just stick around. Once again, phone lines are open at 553-1137. Go. All right.
There you were, sitting there, teardrops falling from your eyes, and oh, I know something's wrong. Baby, tell me it all, because I want to be here for you. You say you're in love. I didn't know I was the one, baby, but if that's all you're crying for, darling, dry your eyes, because I can't stand to see you cry. Oh, here's a ticket to a lifetime of loving. I'm yours. Don't worry, baby, no. Put your hand in mine and say we're forever. I'm yours. Oh, baby, don't cry. Ooh, dry your eyes. Ooh, love can be a funny thing. The way it works, I can't explain. Girl, if you try to figure it out, love's like a merry-go-round, spinning around and around. Oh, here's a ticket to a lifetime of loving. I'm yours. Don't worry, baby, no. Put your hand in mine and say we're forever. I'm yours. Oh, baby, don't cry. Ooh, don't cry, baby. No, lady, we won't live forever, but I know love will last forever. Time can only bring us closer, closer than most. Ooh, come on, yeah, baby, closer than most. Hey, we got to love each other. Come on, girl, let's talk about the love. Woo! Yeah, 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 yeah. Here's a ticket to I love you, girl. You know we got to love each other. Put your hand in mine and say nobody else for you but me. Ooh, let's talk about the love. Here's a ticket to a lifetime. Let's talk about the love. Baby, come on and take your
Lenny Williams, you saw the man. He's sitting right here. He had the song called Here's a Ticket. It was a song that came out about what year?
Oh, that was quite a few years ago, maybe about 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay, and that was from the album Lying in Wait, right?
Yes.
That was a great album.
I forget sometimes.
Yeah, I know. You
I've
got
done so many records, yeah.
Because we were talking a little earlier, you have about, what, 20, 22 albums?
Something like that, about 20 that I did, and then they keep on putting out these compilations of mixing and matching different songs from different albums. And you showed me one today that I
never saw before.
I never saw before.
Yeah.
I get paid on it, though.
You get paid?
Yes.
You get an extra check and all that, you know?
Yeah, I'll be looking for the mailman to come by. I'm real good friends with him, you know, because you have your songwriting and then you have your publishing. So, you know, that's where you get a lot of money from, you know, from writing songs.
You know, there's a lot of people out there right now that are in music, let's say rap, R&B, reggae, whatever it may be, and they're not familiar with some of the logistics or some of the laws that they have regarding, you know, publishing and getting paid, and people think, you know, a lot of times that, you know, they need to do it for free, for the exposure. Is there any advice you can give anybody, like saying, you know, this is what you got to do. This is where you got to go to do your publishing.
Well, actually, when you write a song, the minute you write it, you are actually the publisher. But a lot of people don't realize that, and they think a publishing company is being this gigantic building, you know, somewhere on the avenues of America in New York or something like that. But I remember when I used to, when I first started having my publishing company, my boys would say, "Daddy, where's your publishing company?" We'd be riding in the car. I say, "You riding in it right now? You know, wherever I am, that's where it is." And so all you have to do is go down to the county courthouse and get a fictitious business license, which costs about $15, $25, something like that. Come up with a name, and you're a publisher. And then basically, maybe you might go to a record company and they may want some of your publishing, but at least you have the knowledge that you own it all, and then you can negotiate and you can say, "Hey, well, you give me this, you give me that, and I'll give up a certain amount of my publishing." But publishing is something that is very important. Like Michael Jackson owns the publishing for the Beatles, and you know, it's just worth a fortune. You know, just
Exactly.
Sometimes if you have a great song, one great song can be worth millions of dollars.
You know, as a matter of fact, there's probably going to be 100 people at the courthourse on Monday. Man, Lenny Williams, you just let go some information that a lot of people just don't know. I mean, I got to let you know that right now. But you know what, we're going to go to your phone line. So if you're calling, give us a call, 553-1137. We're going to go straight to your phone lines. Okay, let's go. Sobe. No, that. Rock, C.A. Rock. He said...
Oh, hey.
Hey, yo, what's happening?
Hello.
How you doing? Hey, turn your,
Yeah, there you go. Sorry. Hello?
What's your name, man?
My name's Lloyd.
From where?
Oaktown, Oakland.
Okay, exactly where can we pinpoint you?
I'm right about Lake Merritt on Wayne Avenue.
Okay, you have a question for Lenny Williams?
I do. It's really nice to see Lenny. I've been watching you listening to you ever since you were with Top for a long time. And I was just wondering, do you have a new album coming out or something? Or what have you been doing?
Well, I'm working on an album now, and it should probably be out sometime February, March of 1997. And what I've been doing, I've been on the road with Aretha Franklin, opening up for her. I've been traveling around doing a lot of funk shows with the Bar-Kays, with Roger and Zapp, Ohio Players, Kool and the Gang. I've been doing some shows with Soul for Real, and actually did some shows with Cut Close and Keith Sweat, and you know, just traveling around playing clubs and getting ready to go overseas, getting ready to go to Africa and Thailand, you know, just trying to stay busy, pay that light bill, you know.
Great. I'm glad that you gave me that information, by the way, because I'm a writer, a novelist, and I do my own songs also, so it really helps.
Yeah, so just go down to the county courthouse, and then you file a fictitious business license, and then what they tell you to do is then you have to just kind of run an ad in a paper like the County Recorder or something like that for a week, letting people know that you're doing business as Lloyd's Publishing or whatever, and then it's, you know, it's all good. Then you're ready to go, make that money.
One more other quick question. Do you miss the fellas in Tower of Power?
Do I what?
Do you miss them?
Do I miss them?
Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, I miss some people on a friendship level, and in terms of the band, there's only actually 3 original members in that band right now.
Right.
So I don't really know. I really don't know anybody in that band other than Emilio Castillo, Steve Kupka, and Rocco Prestia, and the other guys I don't really know because they're all new. But I do miss the friendships, and we do get together sometimes, and you know, just kind of kick it.
Great. Okay, thanks. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thanks, Lloyd.
All right.
Okay, we're going to go to another call. Sobe, you're on the air. Hey. Sobe. Okay. Yeah, call us right now, 553-1137. As a matter of fact, you were at Jeffrey's for a while hosting talent shows over there, right?
Right, I was doing some talent shows over there with Jeffrey. He was getting the club. He had just moved over to 14th Street, and he wanted to experiment. Jeffrey is really committed to live music, and I know that they do have a DJ over there, but he's very committed to live music, and so he set aside one night where people could come up, just young talent or even older talent, and come up and do their thing. And then there was a cash prize, and you'd have different people coming to Jeffrey's that maybe were from record companies or various producers and things of that nature. So it was a very good thing that he got started there, and I was fortunate to be a part of that, and felt really good about it.
You like doing that? Is that something that you may do in the future as far as hosting, announcing shows and something like that, rather than, you're usually the artist. You usually go on as an artist, but you're actually, the announcer.
Well, I think it's something to do, where you can just kind of vary your experiences, and just kind of like learn to do a potpourri of things, because who knows, maybe something might come up sometime where someone may ask you, hey, so and so is sick, or someone didn't make it in, or whatever, can you come in and sit in? And then you just kind of get the experience of doing that, and it's kind of fun to kind of be on the other side, and say, hey, ladies and gentlemen, here's so and so, as opposed to someone saying that about you.
Right, exactly. We're going to go to your phone lines so you can call us. Call right back. We seen you blinking. 553-1137. Talk to Lenny Williams. And man, I got to tell you about a certain couple of songs going in the studio with Tower Power. I mean, what was that atmosphere like? Because the prime writers were Emilio Castillo and Steve Kupka. They were like the John Lennon and Paul McCartney of Tower Power soul music. But going in the studio, was it easy working with them? Those horn lines, was it pretty wild in the studios trying to get it down, packed?
Well, it all depends. Some songs were easy, and some songs were not so easy, kind of difficult. And one thing that Doctor would do, he would say, oh, I wrote this song last night, and it has 700 changes in it, and I literally would want to strangle him, because you're trying to sing, and then every time you get going, there's another change, and you have to be just kind of aware of it. And so there were certain songs, like you mentioned, Below Us, All the City Lights. I mean, I remember we went to Hawaii to play over there, and then the manager said, hey, we're going to give everybody a certain amount of money, you can just party and vacation over there. And Mimi and I had to come back and go to Seattle to finish that song, because I had tried to do it and couldn't do it, so I missed out on a little Hawaiian vacation.
Oh man!
Yeah, so
missed out, huh?
Yeah, I might start crying right now thinking about that.
Missed out. That was a class.
Yeah.
And check this out. We're gonna go through a couple more of your albums. We went through a few already, and just so everybody knows, all these albums, because they're all classics, look out for them, because they are soon to be released on CD. So you gotta look out for it. This one had the hit called "'Cause I Love You." That's your showstopper, ain't it?
Right. Actually, "'Cause I Love You" is a song that I wrote many years ago, and right over on Truman Avenue in Oakland. And that song is just really big. As a matter of fact, R. Kelly hit me on that one a little bit and did that oh thing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's just kind of like just revived this song. But this song has just been it's the kind of song that a person would like to have in their catalog as a writer and a publisher. I mean, just every 3 months I get money for that song, and and I go out to sing it, and people want to hear it. I get checks from South Africa, Iceland, you just name it,
Oh,
and
man.
Japan. People just crazy about "'Cause I Love You."
"'Cause I Love You." That's the jam right there, and it was produced by Frank Wilson, who used to produce the Supremes, right?
The Supremes, the Four Tops, Eddie Kendricks, you name it. Yeah, he was a great Motown producer.
Man.
And on this album, I have like Ray Parker Jr. I have
Cheryl Lynn?
Cheryl Lynn's on this album. A lot of the guys.
Yeah, before she got
Before
famous,
she got
right?
famous, a lot of the guys from Lakeside. Let's see, just so many different people on that album. I can't remember all of the people, but just a lot of people who've gone on to prominence.
Exactly. This is
Lee
called
Ritenour.
Lee
Yeah.
Ritenour, the
Yeah.
guitar man. Yeah. This is called "Spark of Love."
Spark of Love, yes.
And this one, which is a classic, "Back to Oakland." We
Back to
talked
Oakland,
about
right.
this earlier. And if you see this at your record stores, you definitely need to go get it. It has a picture of the bridge, crossing the bridge, and the sign says "Back to Oakland."
And I had the opportunity to write about 4 songs on this album, and I wrote a song on here called "Don't Change Horses in the Middle of the Stream."
Yeah, I remember that one.
With Johnny Guitar Watson, who passed away earlier
right.
this year. And actually, I had been working at Ford Motor Company out in Milpitas, and I was on the assembly line, and that assembly line had a little rhythm to it, right? So I called Johnny up one day, and I said, hey, I got this little rhythm from the assembly line. And so he said, well, fly on down here this weekend. So I went down, and we wrote "Don't Change Horses," and and put it on this album, and it was a big hit for us.
It was a great album. Oakland Stroke was on there, which everybody likes playing, but I Got the Chop, Love's Been Gone So Long, also Just When We Start Making It.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's a song that I wrote with Emilio Castillo and Steve Cooper up in Seattle, Washington. One night we were sitting around after the show and wrote that song.
Yeah, all you old schoolers know about this, but you new schoolers, I'm talking about you people like 12, 13, 14, 15, you got to get your hands on this because this is the stuff that was happening before R. Kelly, you know, before Jodeci and all these other groups that were coming out. I mean, you were the man. You were the smooth voice. And also this album, which is called Love Current, doing the loop-de-loop.
Right, I've got Charlie Wilson on this album from the Gap Band. Charlie's playing the organ on here.
Is that right?
Yeah, back in the days. And Patrice Rushen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Patrice Rushen.
Patrice Rushen's
Baby
on this
Fingers.
one. Yeah.
That's right. She had hits like Forget Me Nots.
Actually, those songs were all written by a young man from Oakland who wrote all of her hits. I'm a bass player. His name escapes me right now, but he was right here. Went to Castlemont High School.
Is that right?
And the Castleers and all that stuff.
Yeah, this one's called Love Current, so you look out for this one. And tell me about Johnny Guitar Watson, man, because he passed away in Japan this year. And man, he was a great individual, great songs like Real Mother For Ya, and songs that I can't even name.
Ain't That a Bitch?
Ain't that, that's right. And list goes on, Superman Lover. Tell me about him.
Well, Johnny Watson was a character. You know, he was full of life. There were times when I was starting out in music and I'd get depressed, you know, because things weren't happening the way I wanted to happen. And, you know, like you get sick and you go take some medicine. Well, if you were sad, you called Johnny Watson up.
Wow.
You'd start laughing because he always had something funny to say. And he introduced me to a lot of people. He introduced me to Little Richard. I remember he said, well, I was in L.A.
Wow.
You said, you ever met Richard? I said, no. He said, let's go by the studio. We went by and met Little Richard. And Johnny was just a fun guy, great guitar player, great piano player. And he was known for singing blues, but Johnny could sing pop songs. He could sing just about anything, play classical music, and just a super human being.
Yeah, Johnny Guitar Watson, he played all the instruments on his albums with the exception of drums. So he was definitely a talented individual. And this album right here called Let's Do It Today, right?
Right.
And this one?
I don't remember too much about that record.
You was in a daze, or what happened, Lenny? Where was you at, man?
I don't know. That must have been when I was like freaking out or something. But anyway, but that was a good album. It had the song Suspicion on there that Eddie Rabbitt did, and Paul Jackson Jr. helped me do this record. And you know, Paul Jackson Jr.'s done a lot of stuff with Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston and different people like that. So
man, you just chilling here, Lenny. You got the ladies' arms around you, and you're back here. You're getting a drink, and
I'm looking for her.
you was straight chilling. Hey, man, I want to thank you for coming down, but you know, let's talk actually about, before you go, about your new album, your latest album called Chill, right? It has songs like Sentimental, I Do, and tell me about this album.
Well, that's an album that I did. Actually, I did that over, a lot of the recording was done over at Northern Michael Walden's studio.
Right,
over there
Tappan, right?
Yeah, Tappan studio over there in
San Rafael?
San Rafael. And I did some out at Felton Pilot Studio, who's with Confunction and also was the producer for Hammer. Right. And so just did that album right here in the Bay Area. A lot of songwriters, Preston Glass was basically the executive producer of that record. And also did a song on there called Driftin' by a friend of mine who owns Golden Touch Barbershop, Forrest Nelson, which...
out here in Oakland?
Yeah, right. As a matter of fact, Aretha Franklin told me that's her favorite song on that album, and that really made Forrest Nelson feel real good.
Driftin', right?
Driftin',
yeah. That's produced by Confunction's Felton Pilot. They're going to be down here next week on Wednesday because they got a new CD out now called Life for Your Ass. I mean, I said it, that's what it's called. But we'll be, you know, talking to them. But, you know, Lenny, before you go, man, I know you put on the spot. You've been told this like 10 million times. I know it's hard for you to do, but can you do like an acapella, man? Come on, man. Of So Very Hard to Go or something like that, man, because you can't leave here. Rock locked the door over there.
Oh, he did?
So you can't get out until you do So Very Hard to Go.
So Very Hard to Go?
Right, a little bit of
Just
it, man, because you could do it a cappella. You don't even need the music, man.
Oh, that's what you think, right?
Well, to me, it's such a pretty song. It's from the Tower Power album, that one called Tower Power, right?
Right, yeah, let's see.
74.
How's that go? Ain't nothing I can say, nothing I can do. I feel so bad, yeah, I feel so blue. I got to make it right for everyone concerned. Even if it's me, if it means it's a me, what's getting burned? 'Cause I could never make you unhappy. No, I couldn't do that, girl. Only wish I didn't love you so. Oh, baby, makes it so very hard to go. Come on now.
Hey, man.
Let me hear the background. So very hard to go. All right, G-Spot singing.
No, well,
Yeah,
you know,
all
I
right,
don't get
put
too
you on
deep
the
on it
spot.
now. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you put me on the spot there. See, if I knew you were going to do that, I would practice
Yeah.
at the house. But, hey, man, it just goes to show you are one of the legendary singers of the Bay Area. I mean, we got the Pointer Sisters here. We got many various artists. But Lenny Williams, we got to say, you're our own. You're from the Oakland area. And, man, I want to wish you much success. We're going to actually play some cuts from your album.
All right, my pleasure. Yeah.
Called Chill. The album's called Chill. Has songs like Sentimental. He also does a song called Ain't No Stopping Us Now, right?
I did that with my son, yeah.
You did that with your son?
Yeah.
Well, you and your son doing material together? Are we going to see things from him? Or
Whenever he lets me hang out with him, you know.
Oh, okay. I see what you're
I have
saying.
to call him up and ask him, can I hang out with you?
You got any
Yeah.
shout outs you want to give out to anybody maybe watching, listening right now in the Bay Area?
I just all my friends, they know who they are. Mike, yeah, that's say Mike, what's up, Mike? David
Okay.
Starlin, you know.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we got a couple of phone lines. Can we go to them real quick?
Yeah.
See who you are? Soul B. How you doing? Now turn your TV down. Okay.
Hi,
How you doing? What's your name?
my name is Rosalind.
Hi, Rosalind.
A little hoarse today,
Oh, that's
but
okay.
I wanted to say that I'm really glad to see Lenny. We go back a long way.
How you doing, Rosalind?
I'm fine, Lenny. How are you?
You went to church last night? Something like that, you all hoarse?
I went to church last night.
Oh, yeah. Must have
But
been
anyway,
good.
it's really great to see you. I'm glad you're doing really well.
Well, thank you very much. I sure appreciate that.
All right, and keep up the good work, okay?
All right.
Okay, thank you for
Bye
calling,
now.
Rosalind. Okay, you're on the air. Soul Beat.
Hey, this is Kevin Scott calling for Lenny Williams.
Hey, how you doing? You have a question?
Oh, now Kevin Scott, now that's a bass player.
Is
Yeah.
that right?
Yeah, Kevin Scott, yeah, he grew up over there with Jimmy McKinney, who wrote a lot of songs for Freddie Jackson, and over there with David Stallings and all of them. From Kevin Scott's a heck of a bass player. Matter of fact, he plays with a guy I know named Lenny Williams.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, Freddie Jackson will be next week at Kimball's, as
Yeah.
a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. I just called to tell Lenny I'm glad to see him busy and on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Let him know I'm still thinking about him and stuff.
Oh, well, thanks a lot, Kel.
Okay.
All right, be good now.
All right, you
Okay,
too.
Thank you. Okay, you know, we want to thank you for calling and participating, but you're coming up with something soon, right, in November?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to be going to doing some shows in Texas and Louisiana and New York soon, but I'm going to be doing a show here in November the 1st, and it's going to be with Danny Glover and Vanessa Williams. And
Oh,
I just
yeah.
did a single with Vanessa Williams also,
Great.
which should be released pretty soon. And we're going to be doing something for Ron Dellums, congressman from the Bay Area. And it's going to be at the Marriott, so that should be exciting. And I'm sure it's for a worthy cause. It's a benefit, and I'm not sure exactly what it's for, but knowing Ron, it's for a very worthy cause.
And that will be November 1st at the Kaiser Center, right?
Right, exactly.
Great.
And also, October 27th, I'm going to be doing Joe Morgan's annual golf tournament. You know, and he has all the, you know, sports stars there, and they play sports, and then after that they kind of get together and party, and so we be playing for them too, you know. So I don't know what it costs to be in the golf tournament or anything like that, but it should be nice, you know, hang out. And,
Oh, yeah.
You know, with all the baseball players and football players and things of that nature.
Hanging out on the green there.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, let's go to a phone line. Soul Beat, you're on the air. Hi, what's your name?
Caroline.
Caroline. You have a question for Lenny Williams?
Yes, I was just calling to say I was surprised to see Lenny. I remember him back in 1973.
Turn your television down just a little bit.
Turn it down some. Yes, and I wanted to say I'm really proud and I'm happy to see him. It's been years.
How you doing, Caroline?
I'm doing just fine.
That's good. It's hot today, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But I remember you from when we used to hang out on 92nd and Walnut.
Oh, girl, don't tell no stories on me now.
The Sparks. Remember Willie Sparks?
Willie Sparks and Ted Sparks. Yeah, Ted Sparks played with Natalie Cole.
Yeah.
And Willie played with Larry Graham and Sly Stone.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, you gonna fool around and tell your age now?
Well, I can't help that. It's a blessing to still be here.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice talking to you.
You too, and thank you.
Okay, bye now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we're going to go to another line. Soul Beat, you're on the air.
Hello, how you doing, G? How you doing, Lenny?
I'm doing fine. Who's this?
This is Gloria.
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 Yeah, G's favorite listener.
Oh, yeah. She's a regular listener on the radio show.
Oh, really?
Hey,
Yeah.
you may come by the show tonight, right?
I might do that, yeah.
If you do, I'm going to be listening.
Okay, then, Gloria.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. And let you know right now, too, I'm on KPFA Radio, which is 94.1 tonight at 1 a.m. I do the overnight shift. Lenny Williams may come through, so if you want to tune in, we'll be playing more cuts from Lenny Williams. That's 1 o'clock tonight, 94.1 FM. Soul Beat expanding to radio. Lenny Williams.
My pleasure.
Thank you for coming down.
Homeboy.
All right.
All right.
Okay, Rock, if you want to go out of here with that, let's focus up on the latest album, which is Chill and some of the other things, and go out with something.